What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Train with JC video. In today's video, I'll be discussing the pump. So we all know what a pump feels like. You feel large, you feel huge, you feel really strong. But a lot of people mistake this pump to be the main driver for hypertrophy growth. What a pump is that when a targeted muscle group is doing repeated reps, it is going to demand more oxygen and blood flow. This demand for more blood and oxygen is going to cause a lot of blood to be rushed into that muscle group. This is what is making that muscle group feel a lot larger and tighter. However, this is not the main driver for hypertrophy growth. The first driver for muscle growth is going to be mechanical tension, which is the amount of force that is being put onto a muscle fiber, especially when it is under a deep stretch. The second driver for muscle growth is going to be the metabolic stress, which is essentially the buildup of metabolites in the muscle groups, which are going to trigger an anabolic response. The third driver for muscle growth is going to be cellular signaling. When you perform resistance training, it's going to cause signaling pathways. This takes place within the muscle cells and is going to help trigger protein synthesis. So now that we know what the three main drivers for hypertrophy are, we know that the pump is not going to directly help us reach our goal of growing our muscles. So what's the problem with chasing the pump? The problem with chasing a pump is that a lot of people alter their workout routines in order to chase a really good pump. Alterations can include things like using lighter weights, doing higher reps, and also having shorter rest periods. Now I'm going to give you this example to show you why chasing a pump is not the best option when you're trying to grow your muscles. If you have two people and you have one person do 100 body weight squats, this person is going to have a really nice pump because they have repeated reps and they're demanding a lot of oxygen to their quads. Now, if you have another person who's doing barbell squats and doing around 10 reps, but those 10 reps are to failure, this is going to be a lot more beneficial for muscle growth. Why? Because this person has a lot more mechanical tension being put onto their quads. Although the pump feels really nice, we don't want to prioritize that over mechanical tension. Now, does this mean that we should try to avoid getting a pump as much as possible? Not necessarily. The pump can be used as a really good tool to show that you've developed enough metabolic stress in that specific muscle group. Also, if you're getting a really nice pump in that targeted muscle group, it shows that you have good technique and that muscle group is being properly hit. So for people who are just starting out in the gym or are trying a new movement for the first time, it may be beneficial to just do a high rep, short rest period session with this specific movement just to see if you have proper form and you could properly load it for your next session. So knowing all this information together, we now understand that the pump should not be the main goal in a workout session. So the pump should be considered a side effect or a passenger for good training. Remember, we still have those three main drivers for hypertrophy growth, which are metabolic stress, mechanical tension, and cellular signaling. So that's pretty much all the information I have regarding the pump. I hope you guys did enjoy this information. I hope you guys learned something new. And if you did, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.